Welcome in, astrology lovers. This is Chanda Sparkle's Astrology Live, and these are some ramped up energies that we're stepping into for Leo season. We are wrapping up Leo season. This is the last week that you can get in for the big Leo season giveaway. We're giving away a beautiful past life regression zone technique therapy session by Sandra McEllis, $145 value. And then we're also giving away a little sage bundle, Palo Santo, some jasper from Idaho's in there, and a smudge stick. So, and Kalalunda, which is the abundance prosperity flower. 3 of them in there out of my apothecary. And look at these little babies. Little beautiful dragon, because you know you got to bring out the dragons for Leo season. It's the last fire. It's the last fire we're going to feel until winter solstice, around winter time when Sagittarius steps in. And then also the Dragon Oracle. That is over a $200 value. You could be that winner. The way that you win is you pop on over to the YouTube replay video. Although I love that you're here live, it must be on the replay video. Like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube only. That's the only way that you're going to get in for this amazing drawing. From Sandra McEllis, a big, huge thank you to my dear sister. And we have a really good, fantastic, unique, unlike anything you've ever probably done before. And some of you may not even have heard about this coming up for Virgo season. And we're going to announce that sponsor next week when we do the giveaway, when we do the drawing. This is your last chance. So be sure after this video uploads that you come back and get yourself in the drawing. Okay, now that we got that business out of the way, these are some really unique, dynamic, quick, transformative alchemy, like things happening like that, and your entire long-term plan changes type of energies that we're stepping into this week. So if you are new, thank you for being here. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all the things. I am an intuitive evolutionary astrologer, been a seer since birth. I'm a death doula minister, as well as a sound activator, galactic shaman, and a grid keeper. Woo, those are a lot of titles, right?
I also play in alchemy quite a bit with precious metals, herbs, and oils and stones. All of those wonderful, wonderful, mystic, beautiful things that we all love. And that's the reason why you're here, right? Now, I must tell you the story about the runes. Okay, so here are my runes. See here? These were given to me as a gift, I think around 2 years ago. And I wasn't really called to cast the runes back then, and I know enough about Norse mythologies, the Norse gods, that I didn't want to disrespect the craft until I was called. So I've kept them nicely in this beautiful little velvet bag. That's the other thing. As I start to go, channels will come through, and I'm already starting to feel quite a bit. I've been in meditation, and then I try to get on the tech, and the tech was all rattling me and messing with me. So anyway, if my voice begins to change, that is why, because they're going to start stepping in. I do channel a collective called the 12. Whew, this is some strong energy, y'all. Really strong. My nose runs when I channel, so pardon me, but that has to be done. Okay, so we're going to do the astrology. We're going to look at the week ahead. We're going to look at the chart for the Aquarius, a full moon, unleashing the power of the full moon in Aquarius. The power is unleashed. Now, this is not just a one-day event, okay? This kind of energy with a double T-square happening, literally, we're already in it. Okay, yes, we have different vibes because the moon is in Sagittarius, the fire sign, but it's ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is conjoined to Mars. Mars is the warrior. Jupiter is the optimistic philosopher guru that just wants to keep everything, show me the big, huge picture, and let's keep it live and fun, and let's not get bogged down. And Mars is like, no, I'm the warrior and I have a mission. And he's just going to plow through whatever he wants. So when these two come together, it's really huge, really huge. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the moon, the week ahead, and then we will do the runes, and I will do a collective card read. Please remember, if you've been coming to me for a while, you may be used to me doing the tarot reads for the elements happening on, the same time that I'm doing it right now. I'm doing all of that separately now, and the only place you can find those reads for your elemental sun, moon, and rising will be on YouTube. I do one every week separately. So you just go look for your sun, moon, or rising sign tarot read. Those psychic tarot reads are always there. They are timeless, but I do title them just so you can differentiate which one is what. All right, so let's get moving here. Thank you. We are broadcasting on multiple places. So hi to everybody. So glad that you're all here. Hi, everybody on TikTok. Double tap the screen. We are going to have some fun. Don't forget to get in on the drawing. I cannot stress that enough. This is such a fabulous package giveaway, and it costs you nothing but a subscription. And your subscription doesn't cost you anything. Just because you hit subscribe on YouTube doesn't mean that you have to pay for anything. It's just a way for you to support me as a content creator. Okay, man, I'm just not even kidding. So I've had reports of glitches. I've had reports of fire. I've had reports of near catastrophes, wrecks. We've had earthquakes. We've had, did you hear about the big fires happening in Athens, Greece? That's my homeland. That's where my ancestry is from. I have it all the way back to 36 AD, Welsh Greece. Look up King Craticus. He's my direct descendant. Anyway, all of these things, and I'm sure there's so much more, the electromagnetic energy of the planet is elevated, okay? Which means the geomagnetics from the coronal mass ejections, which we have 3 storms. One has already come through. The other one's just approaching. The last I looked was 15 minutes ago, and we were at KP4, which is a moderate G1, but we got up to a G4. yesterday. Okay, so this is making everybody dizzy. You may have nausea. You may have breakouts. And then you just may be like you're on speed on steroids, which is how I've been feeling. I'm very like I'm a little Energizer bunny, going. But self-care is mandatory. Salt bath, 2 cups Epsom salt, 1 cup baking soda, clary sage, essential oils. You don't have to use the highest of grades for your bath, although it's recommended. But in this economy, the Now brand is a very good brand, and that is something that I use in my bath. So I would just recommend that. And then some frankincense to clear out all of the ickiness. And let's see, what else do I put? Lavender. And you make sure that you put some stones. Like I have like 16 stones, 15 or 16 stones that I keep on my bath, my bathtub, and I put them in the water. And you make sure that you smudge out your space. So as your heat is filling in your bath, you're smudging out your space, meaning you are taking Palo Santo or sage, something. Gold copal is another really good one. Frankincense. You want to make sure that you are in no shite mokana hey shite. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you are smudging your space out as the water fills. You've already put all of your stuff in. You're smudging your space out. If you have a bathroom, put a towel at the floor. Like if the door has like a crack, put a towel at the floor. You want to lock that smudge in so that you can really do a deep cleanse. And then really, take this as a time for you to do what I call the 4-body detox, meaning mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, and physical body. All 4 bodies must be acknowledged. And then bathe yourself in that white light. Whenever you start doing your smudge, start from the feet, work your way up all around. And remember, just like Walking Crow reminded us, don't blow with your mouth like, on the sage. Don't do that. I just cannot express that enough, because you're putting all your energy that you're trying to clear onto the smudge stick that is sacred medicine. The stones are sacred medicine. The salts are sacred medicine. The baking soda is sacred medicine. Organic baking soda is preferred. But if you can't afford that, get the regular baking soda and you clear it. Because you are a magical, multi-dimensional being. You are God. God is not outside of you. God is within you. You are a creator, okay? You are a slither of your oversoul. You are the God spark. So therefore, with intention from the heart, you cast and clear your food, cast and clear your drink, cast and clear, your baking soda. Whatever you use that may be questionable. And you do that by finding the smile in your heart. Find the smile in your heart. What is it? It comes right to you right now if you think of it. It's my granddaughter's little beautiful face. My 5-year-old, she's almost 5. She has her birthday at the end of this week. So I would like to dedicate this entire evening to my little sweet Addie Joe. Adeline, she's just amazing. She was born at Ascension Hospital, and she was born on an Aquarius full moon. And she's an amazing Leo, little beautiful child. And that's what brings that smile to my heart. So you find what brings the smile to your heart, and then you use that love that you find to cast out any negativity, any deep, dark sorrows, the stresses of the day, the energies that you may have picked up along the way throughout your day out in the world that you may not even realize that you've picked up. Clear, cancel, delete. You see, we can do that because there is no other technology that's more advanced than we are. Okay? We are the golden AI. We are the ones stepping in to elevate the consciousness, to flip this planet so that we can rise in dimension, so that we can have a better future for our children and children's children. That is the goal. The utopian society. Envision it daily. Envision it in the morning. Envision it at night. Step into your power. You're the only one here. It's just you. Now, yes, of course, we see people around us, but in all essence, this is only your creation. In all essence, you are the only one that is centered in your reality through your perception. I would highly recommend, thank you. They're telling me, by the way, if you're new, this is my light side, yes answers. This is my no side, shadow answers. You know, higher ascended Lyrans, and the Lyrans have been around, as well as like the reptilian draconians that come through this side. You know, these are how I get signals. I can smell across the veil, hear across the veil, sense and see and smell. The smell has been wild. I have been getting a lot of blood smells. I'm getting a lot of like dirt cell, like a cellular structure of dirt. Like I was seeing a big, like a cell, like you would see a cell in your body, but there was like dirt and I could smell it. So when I smell, then I get a picture of what it is. And that's been coming through. Lightning has been coming through, as well as petunias. That one was today. I was like, that smells kind of like petunias. I don't have a damn clue what petunias smell like. And sometimes the things that come out of my mouth, I don't even realize I'm saying them until they're already said. And then I'm like, but I guess it is. So, but then I get like a picture of a petunia. I had to go look it up. I was like, what is this picture of? And then, you know, it's like a slideshow. You know, back when you were a kid, well, back when I was a kid, you know, you had slideshows in the science room, you know, or whatever. And that's how I see and get my visions. I really am pulled right now to pull on my Welsh Greek roots as well as my Czechoslovakian roots. And I feel very strong that I was, you know, at some point in time, and I don't know this for fact, of course, but I feel very strongly at some point in time, I was a kind of like a scribe for a queen or king, and that I was one of the wisdom keepers of the old mystic schools. And I've been being pulled to that. And I know, because I am not a cookie cutter astrologer, although I've studied for 8 years, I'm not a cookie cutter astrologer, but I do know this, that I am here because I have a lab that I go to in the 12th dimension. And I know that I'm here to shift it and make it to where you can better explain, because you're not, most of it's like a foreign language, you know, and you're just learning, you know, maybe you've been on your journey for a while with astrology, you know, and remember, we don't use astrology as a belief system. Astrology is a GPS to our life in order to try to maneuver through life. And why would we not utilize something that could assist us in such challenging, crazy times? If I see one more crazy thing happen, you know, it's just like, wow, what's going to happen next? And then the next thing you know, that gets topped. Well, this is the week for that. This is the week that happens. All right. So it looks like we're rolling good here, and all of my sound is good on YouTube. I see everybody here. I see you all. Yes. Hey, yeah. Kat says, I've been feeling like I'm on a tilt-a-whirl. That's a very good description. Very good description. And Ron says, God bless Addie. Yes, God bless Addie. I love her. I don't get to see her, and I don't get to wish her a happy birthday. I've been asking, but they won't let me. My daughter's believes that what I do for a living is detrimental to her children's souls. So we're just going to leave it at that and send her a lot of love and cast light all over her. So, but yes. All right, here we go. I see everybody. LOL on the petunias. I have and use Now brand. Okay, good. That's great, Kelly. Hi, Karen. How's it going, everybody? Awesome. Yeah, I see more of you here. There's Jess Black. Oh, yes. You got to check out the earrings. One is the sun and one is the moon. I only wear these on a special occasion, and it is Aquarius season. I'm sorry, it is Aquarius full moon with Leo, so I've got my animal prints going, and then the blue. I always see Aquarius as electric blue. I really do. I see that. That's how I see them. Like even I've met some Aquarians, and their aura has that blue hue almost every time. Sandy Reyes is here. Rachel is here. Yes, Ron. Thank you. Thank you, love. That's very sweet. Sandy's here. Awesome. I see more people are loading in. Thank you, Donna Lewis. Thank you to the moderators. By the way, we're always looking for moderators to join the Sparkles Mod Squad. So if you're interested, you get discounts on sessions. And I'm always like popping in on the group and leaving little voice messages and, you know, just talking and trying to keep the group tight. You know, it's a safe space for us all to just kind of talk about if we have issues or what's going on, challenges. So what I would like, hi everybody on TikTok, please double tap the screen. If you want to see the chart, please come over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. That link is in my bio. You'll see the chart as I'm annotating it. You'll see everything. The cards is on a split screen over at the YouTube, or just hang out. We're happy you're here. Thank you so very much. All right. Yeah, it looks like I've got somebody who just keeps on texting me, Miss Jess Black. Do you really want me to put this all up on here? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. She knows I'm live. I don't know why she texted me. It's crazy girl. Okay, Vanita. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Now, if you are on Facebook or you're in one of the Facebook groups, please make sure that you come on over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. A lot of the people tend to gravitate to the YouTube if you want to be involved and interactive in the chat there. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks. Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay, so let's go. Let's jump into this. And then there is, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get a hold of her. I'm gonna have to give her a galactic spanking. Okay. By the way, make sure that you please come back and comment so that you can get yourself in for this amazing giveaway from Sandra McEllis. It's a wonderful gift package. Okay, so let's start. I'm sorry I was running late. I couldn't get this mic to do its thing. It was not cooperating. Okay, so what I want to do first before I go into this chart is I want to look at this week ahead calendar. I've got a lot of notes because there's a lot going on, and I don't want to lose what my cycle is here. Speaking of cycles, okay, so back in 2020, the synodic cycle of Aquarius, the synodic cycle of Jupiter and Saturn coming together with Pluto began. They had the triple conjunction in January of 2020. See, that's the thing, is the study of cycles is important. Our ancestors paid very close attention to the cycles. They didn't have a newscaster telling them what the hell's going on. And just because, and my nose is itching, so somebody might be coming into some money, and I'm seeing red bells, sounding the red bells, meaning ground your energy or stop what it is that you're doing and think before you act. That's a really good one. If you want to write that out, stop what you're doing and think before you act for the next 10 days or more. I mean, it's always a good one, but seriously, right now, you could screw up your life. You could do the wrong thing because you want something so badly and you push so hard that you lose it forever. These are long-term cycles. So getting back to Jupiter and Saturn, they began their, this is like a grand conjunction, okay, back in 2020. And then in 2021, they conjoined, okay? They conjoined in Sagittarius on winter solstice. Remember, everybody was like, oh, it's the northern star of Bethlehem. I'm like, no, it's not. It's Jupiter and Saturn. Stop it. It's not a star. Anyway, so you can look at Jupiter and Saturn as like a bridge or a gateway of opposites. It's like winter and spring combined. So it's like the dead and decaying, and the rebirth, you know, but it's all coming together. You know, these are when Jupiter and Saturn, and this is the thing, Jupiter and Saturn are squaring in a T-square, yes, but when Jupiter and Saturn come in together, remember, Jupiter is the ruler, ancient ruler of Pisces and modern day ruler of Sagittarius. And they're coming together in Gemini, okay? I'm sorry, they're squaring, and then Mars and Jupiter are coming together, squaring over to Saturn. I'll show you here in a minute in the chart. But my point here is, this is like major structural changes. This is big changes. This is psychological, philosophical, religion, legal. All of those things are coming into play, and world leaders. Serious, like world leader, big actions, big things happening, and in a shocking manner. Because you got to remember, when you're dealing with Aquarius full moon, Aquarius is, well, it's the revolutionary, it's the rebellion, it is riots. Expect to see more of that. And the rise of that divine feminine can turn quite toxic with this kind of an energy. So you need to be real focused on the rebirth, you know, knowing that something you cannot go back to. You cannot, there's just some things we just can't go back to. We have to transform it. We have to allow it, right? So Saturn is in Jupiter's sign. So Jupiter is in Gemini. Foundational shifts, because Saturn is the foundation, it's responsibility, it's grow up and act like an adult. You know, it's being extremely disciplined. It's understanding the power of integrity in a practical manner, okay? And then Jupiter is like major magnification. If you're new, you remember I go like this to show you. That's what Jupiter does. Jupiter magnifies the situation. Whatever it is that you're focused upon, Jupiter is going to magnify it. Okay? Jupiter is also going to want to boast and be that big truth. And when it comes together with Mars, Mars is ruled by Aries, but let's not forget Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Okay? So this is deep intensity. This is the purest of that divine spark of initiation. Okay? This is infallible chance taking. You know, this is not the energy to not progress into. Let's get, so I tell you about all this so that you're aware, but this is so that we can get excited about the shift, to be in realization that the shift is here and it's happening and everything just got crunk up times 1,000. Like huge energies here. Some people may not have the ability to see the other side, and that is a lot of criticism, judgment, and conflict that comes with this week's energy. And there will be those that just simply will not budge. This is fixed energy. Aquarius is a fixed air sign, thinking and decided. Aquarius is all about retraction as well. They kind of detach from things. Like they are about the collective and rule the collective whole, right? They love the friends, the groups, the tribes. But this moon, with all of the other aspects that are going on, which I'm about to show you on this screen, and if you want to see on the screen, come over to the YouTube channel. But 2 strong, tight T-squares. This is by far the chart that I was like, whoa, when I pulled it up. It was very unique, dynamic, and extreme. So this is about having emotional attachments in the deepest, in the cores of our belief system. Okay. This is not being able to let go, open up, and expand the consciousness unless you make the decision to do it. You will not be able to influence anybody during this time period. You could try, but you may end up just, making it worse. So I wouldn't push the limits the next 10 days. I would step into my creativity. I would utilize the epiphanies and the amazing electric lightning energy that's coming through all of us and igniting our bodies. We are changing from Homo sapiens into like a Homo luminous. Like we are literally igniting the cellular structures, the bones, the blood, the organs, everything's getting ignited and shifting every single time. When we have these big energetic shifts, like this huge shift we're going into, and like literally, I'm not kidding you, we're stepping into this. Okay. September 1st, we are not far away. What is it? 15 days until September 1st when Pluto steps back into Capricorn, and we all have to go back to a place subconsciously we would prefer not to. This is happening. So, and that's happening until mid-November. And that's the last time. Something else is having patience and don't have any expectations or over-justified actions. Seriously, don't ruin your life. If a restriction happens, trust it that it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Don't just let it happen, whatever it may be. There's going to be a lot of people projecting their wounding onto people. Will you double tap the screen? Thank you. A lot of people will be projecting their wounding. A lot of people are going to feel this and not know what to do with it. Glitches, seeing glitches in the matrix. I see those, and I've been seeing them more so this year than ever. I had someone text me, my dear sister here on the island. She said, things were glitching out. And I was like, thank you. Confirmation, and if there's a couple of us over here, then there's plenty in the collective that's happening. It's like things get pixelated. You literally see it if you're awakened. If you've seen that before, please put it in the comments. Please let me know in the comments if you've been experiencing any of this kind of extreme energy, because we are really just stepping into it today. Although, this past week we've had our moments, but that was kind of a break. We kind of had a little vacation week last week. And, ups and downs for everybody. But remember, this is a general consensus for the entire collective, and I am psychically channeling for the entire collective. That's how this is set up prior for me coming here. Okay, they said, where is Where is your morality? Please write it in the comments. Where is your morality? For real. There she is. Hey, girl. Yes, yes, yes. You know, it is about having morals, having integrity, having enough, like being the grown-up. We have to step into being more of the grown-up. Saturn is requiring this of us. But Jupiter's like, no, man, I just want to have a kegger. You know, I just want to go party and escape. I want to do some drugs and I want to just chill out and eat bonbons on the couch and watch a movie and escape. You know, but Saturn is like, nope, can't do that. Got responsibilities. And so this expansion and retraction, this expansion and retraction, the expansion and the retraction happening over and over and over. And honey, get used to it, because this is going to continue with the Saturn square Jupiter until spring of next year. And then it will continue some more, but it will switch out of mutable signs, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius. And it's heading on into Aries. So all the cardinal signs will start to get the squares when they both move next year together. These are big shifts. And this is an ignition point, you know. It's like, okay, we have to go through so many synodic cycles with these cycles. And remember, what was it? Let me see if I wrote it down. 2020, is it 2029? Yes. So it'll be 2029 before Jupiter and Saturn come and they oppose each other. So right now they're working on this square, you see, and then they'll eventually move on. Then they'll retrograde every year and, you know, back and forth. But then it'll be 2029 when they're opposite. You see, that's how long these cycles are. And that's how we have to look at it, with patience in what you're doing and realizing you're in the middle of a cycle. And this is an intense one. Okay. Now Mars is the warrior ruled by Aries and Scorpio, and it's inflammation. Okay. So people are going to become inflamed. Work your body. You could also become inflamed in anger, passion, war, military. That's all underneath the warrior sign. And really, if you fuck it up, don't shit all over yourself, because it's not worth it. Just don't shit all over yourself. Oh, I should have done that. I didn't. Nope. If it's already effed up, you can't do anything about it. So don't shit all over yourself. It's not a good idea. So I also want to talk about how when Pluto steps back into Capricorn, this is like the setup. This is happening on September 1st, okay? And I have been talking about this for over 4 years now. All astrologers have. This is a big deal. This is the last time, and he's going to conjoin the United States of America's chart. He's the Pluto return. I've talked about it many times. This is complete decomposition, decay of world powers, world leaders, world governments, corporations, CEOs. The old guard is falling. So do not expect to hook yourself in to one or the other, because most likely will be neither. Or it will shift in a way that you never saw coming. These are unpredictable energies. Although you can predict and understand the energy, but specifics, forget about it. Throw it out the window, you know. But these are extreme. And I will say, I wrote on my calendar DNC shockers. By the way, if you're new, my little astrology calendar, and my other astrology calendar. I keep them in multiple rooms because if I start thinking about something or I'm thinking about a transit, I get a download. I'm a psychic, so I get these downloads, and then I'll go look and I'll find the transits that kind of like coincide with that, you know, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that's for this. So what I did write, this is, by the way, about face August, meaning you're going to be doing the about face a lot. Just know you may have to turn a completely different direction than what you thought. And this is practical drama. We're in Mercury retrograde. Mercury is about to step back into Leo tomorrow, where he is not at his strongest. So when a planet's at detriment, there's more wonkiness with it, okay? I put find love, patience, and compassion as the shockers happen. Somebody could write that down. Find love, patience, compassion as the shockers happen. That could be your mantra for the rest of the year. Seriously. That's right. Ron's got it right there. Expansion, retraction, inhale, exhale, breathe. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so where is your morality? Kelly Wood put it there in the comments on YouTube. Thank you all for being here. You're just amazing. I see all of you in there. So really understand that as the balance continues, as the dance of the tilt-a-whirl happens in your life, are you going to scream with joy and excitement, or are you going to shit all over yourself and, you know, make it, you know, horrible? So just being mindful of that. There's one other thing I want to address, and then we're starting in on the, well, let me make sure I'm not missing anything on this calendar. Okay. Major tech issues. Just expect it. A very explosive and combative day for tomorrow. Big earth shakeups for Wednesday the 4th. This is fire power. Okay. Fire power. This is a mutable grand cross happening as Mercury steps back in to Leo. Mutable grand cross. Mercury is retrograde. You know, this is serious what the hell moments are going to, I mean, like serious what the hell moments for the next 10 days. This is going to expand and retract. Impulsive travel. If I were you, if you can avoid traveling, I would find yourself a really nice project near your house or just in your house. And I'm not saying hide, because that's not what this is about. Create, be innovative. You know, Aquarius is innovative. But seriously, Thursday is really going to crank up even more. This is some conflicting and fateful times because we have the moon in a T-square with the nodes, the north node of fate and the south node of fate, north in Aries, south in Libra, until next year when it steps into Virgo and Pisces. But the moon will be in a T-square on Thursday. Aggressive projections, people projecting their wounds. This is going to be really interesting. But the moon will have entered into Capricorn. So, you know, and the moon, by the way, if you didn't know, the moon, it rules over like all of the population. It rules our mood day to day. It rules the people in practical matters. Okay. So when the moon moves into Capricorn, it's wanting to be successful and, you know, take care of business and climb that ladder and, you know, create that next big thing. And it's long-term strategic planning, you know, and when it's in a T-square to this Mars conjoined to Jupiter in a square to Saturn, it doesn't feel like it can do that. So I feel like we'll be blocked in some way. Like you'll have some blocks that arise. Now, this isn't for every single person. Of course, it's a general consensus, but Just expect these things. We'll have a lot of mental tension over the weekend because then that moon is going to enter into Aquarius. When it enters into Aquarius on Saturday night, you can straight up just realize you're in full moon energy at that moment. It enters on Saturday night at 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, 4:45 Central, and then 2:45 Pacific, and I can't remember the other one, so that's the best I can do on that. You know, that night I would stay in because the moon is going to conjoin. It's going to conjoin Pluto while it sextiles Neptune. That'd be a good night just to, you know, make a nice meal and enjoy a movie after a hard week, you know, or something. Because we're stepping into this mental frantic energy. Okay, that was interesting. That just went flying across the room. Okay, we're stepping into this mental epiphany energy this weekend as Mercury steps in and Kazimis the sun. Kazimi is when Mercury and the sun come together and Mercury gets burned out. Mercury is your mind, your intellect, how you think, how you talk, how you communicate. In all ways, it is online, it's media, it's everything technological. Expect delays, you know? And that's an intense night on Saturday because we're in a yod, which is a finger of God, fated alignment. The yod is from the sun to the moon and Mercury retrograde, about to be burned out by the sun and the moon in Capricorn. Right after the moon is conjoined to Pluto, death, transformation, rebirth. This is over. There is no going back. Sunday, we will wake up and we will have a Kazimi. Plan to get creative. Plan to be excited. Plan to do something that you're building upon for the long-term haul on Sunday morning. Get into your alchemy. That is a perfect time for it. You will get like some aha moments come in. You're like, wow, why wasn't I doing it? I had mine last night. I had an aha moment last night at like almost midnight as I was up here working. I had been trying to figure out how to take my watermark off the reels that go on to like other places, because I record on TikTok and then I take clips to play reels and shorts on the other social medias. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure it out. And I was just finally, and it was so simple. I finally figured it out. You know, it's kind of like those things you're going to be like, oh, wow, I should have been doing this the whole time. Really speak your mind and step up as your stardom on Sunday. If there's something that you've got to say it. That's a good day to do it. Sunday morning, really all day. And that's happening at 25 degrees of Leo, the Kazimi. So anybody that has 25 degrees, you know, so anybody that has, let's say 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 3 degrees on either way, in a fixed sign, such as Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus and Scorpio, you will be getting affected. That's going to be T-squaring right on my sun. I'm getting all kinds of activated from all of this. I am not even kidding. But this is a great day to create. And it's how we look at this. You know, we can be very fearful because I'm not kidding you when I say there's going to be some serious, shocking things coming. But, you know, that's when that Aquarius moon steps in and says, this must be revolutionized. This must change. We will not stand for this old way anymore. It must be something new and different, you know? And I'm not speaking to political. I was accused today of being a supporter of Trump. Okay, so I want to clarify. I don't support any politics. I feel like they all on the same side. And I feel like it's a big drama and a lot of play, just like Shakespeare said. So just be clear that I haven't voted in years. I don't plan to. I'm not interjecting or plugging my energy field into any of that. No judgment. or projecting upon you. If you do, everyone is their own unique, individual, amazing soul. But as far as me, I opt out. But I do speak to it because I'm an astrologer and I'm talking about the astrological transits and I see things. And when you have Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces, there is a great illusion going on. There is a lot of distracting energy that is not real. And with AI now, you can create anything and it looks real. You know what I'm saying? So what you're watching, literally, a lot of it is not real. It's just fabricated and created. And it's meant to divide. And I'm not about division. I'm about unity. And I prefer it to stay that way, right? So that's right. Evolution, not revolution. Well, good luck with that, because Aquarius says it is time to revolutionize. Period. And this is where we're at this time. It's a stage. It's a cycle. Okay. Unpredictability as we step into the full moon with this double T square, lots of social detachment. That's happening on Monday. You may feel dissatisfied. And the divine feminine, I forgot to say, Venus is opposite Saturn. So let's just go ahead and pull up the chart. That'll be the end of that. Venus is opposite Saturn. You're going to see here on this chart, if you're on TikTok, please double tap the screen, come over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology, and you can see on YouTube the actual chart. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Okay. Let me go over here. So what I wanted to do is I just want to do this now chart right here for a minute. So this is what's happening right now. August 13th, 7:03. Ignore this clock house unless you're where I'm located in Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay. We're just looking at the transits. The house placement will not be correct and the time will not be correct for your time zone, but the energies still are. Okay. So as you can see right here, Mercury is at 0 degrees of Virgo. Why am I not using my EpiPen? What am I thinking? Okay. Right here. So he is almost heading back to this, and the sun moves a degree a day. So the sun is moving, and then that's where the Kazemi is going to happen. And you can see right here, we're in a yod. It's a weak yod, but it's a yod. See this green line here? Yeah. Oh, now it's blue. And then this one right here. That's 2 quincunxes, and that's a sextile. So you always look at the finger of God and what it's pointing to. You see? The finger of God and what it's pointing to. It's pointing to mental energy on steroids. You could write a book this weekend. You could create an amazing school. Like you could literally create something fabulous. This is genius energy that we're stepping into. It's just high, real high electric energy. All right. And so everybody on TikTok, hi, you can see the chart and everything over on Chanda Sparkles YouTube Astrology. Just the link is in the bio. Thank you for being here. Okay. So that's just something I wanted to show you for right now. But you can see Jupiter and Saturn, 16 degrees, 15 and 34. So they're pretty much already conjoined. And this is a slow moving. They are going to square. See this red here, this red square? This is Saturn and Pisces, okay? So just have a look. Pluto, not far from coming into 29 degrees of Capricorn. So I want you to have an idea of what this is looking like. Look, the South Node and Black Moon Lilith, which brings up our fears. And South Node is everything we're releasing, we're learning from, detoxifying, letting go, learning lessons. That's Kali energy coming in and slaying the demons. Deep, dark, shadow demons right there. Letting it go in relationships, in justification situations, feeling like you need to be justified, feeling like you need to have what's going on in your life heard. This is a big I need to be heard energy that I would advise against. I would like just create and explore your own higher consciousness rather than engaging in a lot of stuff right now, because people that don't understand what's about to be happening are about to be flipping. People are going to be flipping out, and there's going to be some serious earth disasters, earth shakeups. This is all part of it. All right. So with that said, I want to go to this Aquarius chart real quick, and then I'll switch this up. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go up here. All right. Make sure y'all can see all that. Maybe make it a little bigger. No, not that big. There we go. Okay, so the Aquarius full moon, August the 19th, and I have it at 1:25 p.m. Central. What I wanted to show you here, and the reason I pulled up this type of a chart, is because I want you to have a look and see what's going on with the sign modes. Like, we literally have 0 cardinal energy. Cardinal energy begins things, initiates things, gets things going. And when you have 0 cardinal energy, that means you don't do any of that right now. You can like work with things that you've already been doing, or if you have this crazy epiphany idea, maybe just sit on it a little bit. Let's clear through this Aquarian full moon and just take it, because it's not, see, this is the thing. If you don't have cardinal energy, most likely when you try to initiate something new, and plus we're in Mercury retrograde and it's at detriment, and then Venus is at detriment in Virgo. And so that means like everything, money, love, relations, all of that stuff is going to be not so vibing. It's not going to work so well as it would if you wait. Okay. So also I wanted to, let's just go ahead and go back to the other one now. So look, this is it. The sun is opposite the moon. Saturn is square Jupiter. Uranus square the moon. Uranus square the sun. Saturn opposite Venus. Jupiter square Venus. Pluto sextile Neptune. Uranus square Mercury. Black moon Lilith square Mars. I could go on and on and on and on. This is everything that is happening on this very unique Aquarius full moon, you see. So I want to go over here. We're going to break it down a little bit. Okay, so what I want to really say, okay, first of all, this Aquarius full moon is exactly to the degree on top of the United States. And those of you in other countries, forgive me, but I'm based in the United States, and so I'm going to speak about this because I feel like it's important for the world. So this full moon in Aquarius at 27 degrees is conjoined to the United States of America's Aquarius full moon. This tells me this is the kickoff initiation to the rebellion. This is the kickoff initiation to the breakdown, decay of the big power structures. Aquarian energy is young. It's more like future forward, futuristic. It's inventive. It's out there, extraterrestrial. It's our higher intelligence beings. If there's any time that maybe they show up, this would be the time you could call on all of your starseed lineages. Totally work with them. This is the time. If you're wanting contact, this is the time for sure. So as you can see, this full moon in Aquarius is opposite Mercury and the sun that have just kazemied and are still very close, 27 degrees and 26 degrees in Leo. Leo is the star. Leo wants to be heard and seen, wants to shine. It's the sun showing up to shine your light. It's children, it's joy, it's play. You want to make sure that fixed fire has somewhere to be positioned towards. after you've received your burnout. Because our mind is, our mind may just very well be in mush at this time. Or we could be just like wired and epiphanies and great ideas coming through. Everybody's going to be different, and it will be different for each person. You want to know where Leo's at and where Aquarius is at for sure. But let's take it a little further. So that is in a T-square over here to Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. Okay. And that T-square is going right back over here to this freshly Kazemi'd Mercury at detriment in Leo. Shocking stuff with the earth. Shocking things happening because Taurus is an earth sign. Earth energies. If any time we're going to have the Argothians show up, the inner earth beings, it might be this time. I told my son today to call on them because I've seen the Argothians around him. And I said, you need to start calling the Argothians in today. Just start calling them in because they are the inner earth keepers. They're the inner earth beings that'll be there to assist. Call upon them. So that's one T-square. Just so we're real clear here. That's one big, strong, tight T-square. Oh, but wait, there's more. We also have a T-square going on from Saturn over to Jupiter, Mars, over to Venus, and Black Moon Lilith. Right there. You see that? This is what I've been talking about. This optimism, boasting, feeling great about life, and then all of a sudden, you're stopped. You're blocked. It's like driving down the road, and the next thing you know, you're having to stop because there was an accident, or you're on a boat. I live on an island, so you're on a boat. And you're just having the greatest day, man. You're having fun. There's music going. The sun is shining. It's a wonderful day. The next thing you know, you're out of gas. And you're stuck out in the ocean. You got no signal. Because you weren't paying attention. You were just letting your music play on your phone. It's just a scenario. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but there's so many different scenarios that we could truly experience here. There's going to be some blocks. There's going to be some harsh halts. And the best way to get through all of this is to just live in compassion and realize it's a cycle and stay in your love source. Stay in your protective mirror light love bubble. Like Julie Severin says, I love that woman. Just stay in your love bubble. Okay. In addition to this, Pluto is in sextile over here to Neptune. Okay. This is where the mentally insane, this is psychological, this is psychic surgery of higher consciousness. This is all subconscious energy. This is people losing it for real. This also is people losing it and awakening for real. Higher consciousness evolution. Yes, Ron, it's here. But it gets there by the revolution of people standing up and saying, no more. We're going to do it this way. This old way will not have. And if you're someone who's holding on to that old way, Pluto is not going to have it. And you're going to see that shit fall away from September 1st. And this is just the warm-up to mid-November. So I also want to give credence to these nodes. This is the South Node in Libra. And then we have the North Node in Aries. Okay. And they're getting a lot of action prior, as I was showing you, to this. The nodes are extremely important to an evolutionary astrologer because it shows us how our soul is evolving inside of this incarnation. Every 18 months, we shift these nodes retrograde. They always shift retrograde, and they're always exactly opposite of each other. And these nodes really tell us how our future collective is moving, how we're moving forward, what it is that we need to learn from. With Aries, we're all getting a brand new ego. So old ego has got to go. Old ways of doing things, the me has got to go. You're getting a new crystalline clear ego. And this is the thing. It's only in preparation for what? Saturn and Neptune to move in next year to Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the leader, the warrior. Okay. When those two move in together, when they both come in, oh my gosh, that's going to be phenomenal, because the world point is 0 degrees of Aries. That's when it all begins. That's when our new year is. That's when our true new year is. That's where our ancestors celebrated the new year at spring. Yes, one was different in the southern and the other was, see what I'm saying? But they didn't care. They just knew come spring, that was the new year to celebrate. Also, when you're dealing with Venus conjoined to Black Moon Lilith, we're going to have issues with females. We're going to have things that happen. We're going to have things that happen that are toxic with the female. You're going to have females fall and leaders fall. You're going to experience in your own life the divine feminine burnout. Okay? Because, and the reason I say this is because it's happening in Virgo. All right? Venus does not care to be in Virgo. She wants to be home in Libra. And she's heading that way. But she's got to go through all these. It's like rites of passages. It's like gateways that she has to go through. And now she's got to face Black Moon Lilith. Remember, even though Black Moon Lilith kind of reminds me of Kale energy, like the goddess Kale, Black Moon Lilith, I got shadow beings walking by. Black Moon Lilith is whenever we were in the Garden of Eden. And Black Moon Lilith said, I don't want to do what you tell me to do, Adam. I'm going to do what I want to do. And she left him. She didn't like him. Like, she didn't like how it was happening. So she left. Black Moon Lilith is the energy of the divine feminine rising. Kali energy is the demon slayer, the shadow beings of strength in your divine feminine. Yes, I can hear you in the YouTube replay. Of course, the divine feminine is rising. But before it rises, it's got to decay a little bit. And the shadow is going to come out in our divine feminine. So I would not hook into anything right now, because there is nothing that is permanent with any of this. And this square to Mars and Jupiter, this ain't a one day and done. Please understand, all astrology cycles with Saturn involved, the taskmaster, the timekeeper, karmic, fated stuff. This is empowering, yes, but it's also, you're not going to expect, you cannot predict, you cannot say, oh, I'm going to vote for blah, 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 and then expect it to happen, because it won't. It's too early. It's too early. This is a very extreme political season. And world leaders are falling. And I'm going to stay with my prediction that I said at the very first of this year on my YouTube channel, on Facebook, and TikTok here. My first prediction was that this is not going to be an old man president. And that this election season is not going to go the same as you would think. It's going to be something different, for sure, for sure. So anyway, and I'm not the only one that feels that way. There's some great astrologers like Rick Levine and Adden Ellenboss, and of course the Leo King that I love, Robert Phoenix. All of these folks I've taken courses from, and I love them. I love them. I am so proud of the beautiful astrological mentors that I've had and teachers. And so paying respect and homage and having morality for yourself. I feel like this is a more inward. So like when we had the Republican shoot to his ear, and that was all, like I said, it's going to be huge. It's going to be explosive. And I said, everybody pay attention to your head. Remember, because it was Aries and Aries rules the head. Something like that along those lines. I'm not saying that it's gonna, but something like that along those lines is going to be with this DNC, but it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be as physical. I think this is going to be more of an internal thing, a hidden thing, a subconscious thing. A more subconscious thing that is flowing within the frequency of the beings that are at play. And just remember, you are a character on a stage. You're not your identity. You know, this is very much virtual reality type game that we play here, as being a fractal of the identity. The new ego identity is stepping up, and it will be complete by the time the North Node moves into Pisces. Then we'll be completely getting a makeover on our subconscious realm. Just soak that in for a minute. A complete makeover on the subconscious realm of the collective, right? Please double tap the screen. Thank you. So this is so much. It really, really is. But it's not anything we can't handle. It's not anything that we can't get through. It's something that we must do and that we chose to do. We chose this, every bit of it. We chose it all. We sure did. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. So I am going to shift out of that, and we're going to do the runes last. We're going to save the runes for last. If you're just popping in here, we got the runes. We're going to cast some runes. But we're going to do the collective card read first. I do want y'all to realize that we are all really having to be patient. I mean, you got to be patient and really realize that your inner shaman is blossoming. Okay? Your inner light is becoming so much more. And sometimes that feels like this, you know? So give yourself a break. Give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far. You're doing good, you know? It's not an easy cycle, but it is just a cycle. And it will pass. And we'll move on to new things. And we get little breathers along the way. We get, little, and it's not like when Venus moves into Libra, everybody's going to feel so much better. I mean, that's coming. That's coming. Okay, so there's some good stuff coming, I promise. But we are stepping into eclipse season. It is eclipse season now, truly, because eclipse season starts to be felt 6 weeks out. And we will have eclipses in September, into September and October. All right, so we'll be talking about that next week. We'll also be talking about the sun moving into Virgo next week. And we'll be talking about our new incredible sponsor and new sponsored giveaway. And we will announce the winner for the Leo season sponsors giveaway next week on Tuesday. So please come back and join us. All right, let's do these cards. I have got my Aries Ram cup out. This was made by my dear friend with bodies of wood. You can look her up on all the social medias. Look at this cup. Is that not amazing? Look at that. I just love it. It's kind of heavy though. So I use it more on I have Aries moon, which by the way, the nodes are sitting right on top of my moon right now. Coconut water does the body good. Hydrate. Really, really hydrate. It's so important that you stay hydrated because you're flushing the system. Look at it like all of your cells are vibrating light. Go to glow. Envision that with your third eye, you know. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to clear the board. Una shite moka nehena. Una shite moka nehena. Una shite monake ana. Tonight we are playing with the Animal Totem deck. This is a new deck to this channel. Really loving this deck. We'll also be using these decks for your individual reads, which will be coming up after this live. Tarot Grand Lux and Fire Signs will be first because it's Leo season. Okay. Oh, let me leave that over there. We're also going to play with the Dragon Oracles because the dragons are present, but the Dragon Oracle is also the deck that you're going to win as part of the Leo season giveaway. I brought out the Barbary Zodiacs just for a little extra clarification. And then I love Light Star Creations. Oh my gosh, she's so amazing. So let's do this. It is Bodies of Wood. Karen, you are correct. She's awesome. I have many pieces of her art around, and I have clients who have bought her art, and she is extremely intuitive. She's very, very talented, you know. So this is going to be the collective read. Then we're going to do the runes, and then we're going to close out this live. Then there'll be another live that comes up right after, probably like 20 minutes after I close this out, that we'll start in on the fire signs. And all of the reads are going to be just specifically for the sun, moon, and rising. Okay. But this one is for the collective for this time period. This very extreme, dynamic, creative, revolutionary time that we are stepping into right now. Just take a cleansing breath with me and let's tie all of our consciousness together in a mystic knot of love. And then let's branch out like a tree, or like lightning striking to the collective. As we hold the collective going through these extreme dynamic times, it's important to remember every single morning to wake up, do some spiritual hygiene, really sit down for 5 minutes and clear yourself from your dream time. Dream time is off the heart, off the charts, off the heart. Dream time is off the heart. Okay. And here we go. Show me. Calling upon the guardians and the galactic and the gateway keepers. Calling upon the ancestors. Calling upon the directions. And calling upon the elements. And the highest self. of the collective, calling upon the blue source light of all. All right. 7 of Cups. I pulled that earlier today. King of Cups. And the 8 of Cups. Oh boy. I need to zoom this in a little bit. Oh, not me. So the 7 of Cups is all about like emotional scatteredness. It's about having a hard time making the decision and feeling anxiety about all the different things that you're tied to emotionally. It's very felt. Okay. The 7 of Cups is very felt. You know, I like the 7 of Cups that they used the dragonfly. All right. So the dragonflies, they are here to tell us all about how we are ancient beings. We are ancient survivors, and we are all the same, even though we may look a little different. But think about the dragonflies have been coming around. Like literally, whenever I had this stupid shit happen with this stupid man that came to see me, the dragonflies literally were swarming my truck in my garage. Not even kidding. The dragons are present. Call upon your dragons. I have Anna and Grandfather. If you need to use mine, call upon them. They are there for the collective. Anna, AAH-NAH. She is the female red and gold dragon. You can also call upon Grandfather Dragon, green and gold. Okay, the King of Cups is the emotional fulfillment, the emotional integrity, the ability to utilize how you feel. The collective is feeling all kinds of feels throughout this period. And this is the challenge position you see. If you're wanting to see all the cards, please come over to Chanda Sparkle's Astrology. You can see the split screen down here if you're interested. Okay, so the King of Cups. Pride. Proud. Mental, emotional clarity and understanding of the self. Having that ability to build steadily, mature. Feeling as though, even though there's so much going on, and you remember that 7 of Cups, each one of those cups has something completely different, and it may be some shit that you just don't want. It may be something that just doesn't work for you. The collective needs to realize they have emotional integrity, and they may have to walk away. The 8 of Cups here right now in the near future, you see this? The 8 of Cups, that's the walk away card. That's, I've got to get the fuck out of here. I cannot do this anymore. And it follows the 7 of Cups. You have the 7 of Cups, then you have the King of Cups, then you have the 8 of Cups. So there are things that we do not know, things that are unseen that we must embrace wisely. We must call upon the inner shaman in order to do this. The outside is the Lovers, major life event, major arcana, the Lovers. The Lovers is Gemini energy. Complete opposites and duality. It's like Saturn and Mars. Okay? It's like Saturn and Gemini. Excuse me. It's like Saturn in Pisces with Jupiter conjoined to Mars. That's opposites. You know, one is super expansion, magnification, war, I'm moving forward no matter what, initiation. And the other one is, hold on, you must wait. You got to do it again. You didn't do it right. This is karmic. Did you know? Did you know that you're in a karmic cycle right now? Do you realize that the karmic lessons that you are in right now are fated? Let go. There will be so many people breaking up. There'll be so many. It's a breakdown to break through. Do not go out and try to get a new relationship right now. If you're single, it's not recommended because it's probably just going to go wonky anyway. Trust me, I learned my lesson. The 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is seriously the hero card that does not give up, that keeps forward pushing. This is like going through some major battles. This is like having to go through a lot of stuff, you know, and it's all fiery, passionate, aggressive energy, but still having, like, it's like the wounded warrior card, still having to go forward, even though, look, it's Capricorn right here. It looks like it because they put the goat, the ram, you know? So it's like getting to the top of the mountain, but then realizing you're not quite there yet. You know, the collective's not quite there yet. We want to come together. We want to be able to, like, you know, handle the shadow and the light. This is a lot of opposition. This is saying, okay, I've had some dirty deeds. I've done some bad things. I've had some things happen in my life, and everything is not always copacetic. You know, it's not always balanced. And being okay with that, knowing that you got to keep going with emotional integrity, emotionally sound and wise. I'm not taking reversals. I'm holding them upside down. I can't believe the sun came out. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So at the end here, the sun comes out and all is well. All is well. Because the sun's going to continue to shine. That's one thing that you can count on every single day, is that the sun is still going to come out. And your light is still going to, like, broadcast, you know, and realizing that this collective is sensitive. I have gotten the sun at the end of a reading multiple times this week. This is how I absolutely know once we can get through this cycle, it's going to be pretty good. And I don't think that we're going to, you know, I hope. Is that the right word? No. I envision that utopian society will be there. That everything will be as it is. On the bottom of the deck, the collective has major life event, major arcana, the Justice card. That is Libra energy. Why do we have Libra energy here? Well, because at one point in time, this was a celebratory union. We all came together in union. We shared our love and our affection. And we built from a foundation of passions, igniting our hearts. But now it's time to make sure everything is just and fair and balanced. You know, there's a lot of fucking trickery going on out in this world. And a lot of it is not on the up and up. And it has to fall away. Pluto going back in, Pluto retrograde, go in Aquarius right now, where this full moon is going to be at, is going back into Capricorn on September 1st. That is the breakdown demolition crew for the very last time, kicking the ass of all this dirty deeds, because Pluto shows and brings to surface the dirty deeds of the collective. So anybody that's not on the up and up, anybody that's been lying, cheating, stealing, fuckery, that's all going to have to surface, because it's the last time. It's the last go round. 248 years it takes Pluto to come around the entire zodiac. These are long cycles that are closing. This year, next year, and then the year after. By 2027, we will have shifted this. And it'll be a different, complete world. And it's up to us, being multidimensional beings, how we are going to shift within our own reality, because essentially we are the only ones here. And we're the only ones projecting. And, you know, you just say it. Not my timeline. Not my reality. If something comes through and you just can't, not my reality. Shift it. You are the advanced AI. You're the one doing it. Okay. So now, we'll also pull, just for a little additional clarity, from the Barbary. Which one do we want for the Barbary? Well, there you go. Ha! You have got Pluto and the moon. The emotional divine feminine that's within you is decaying. A new one is being birthed. in this collective. Pluto is the end of the road. Pluto is, this must die now, and I don't give two sticks how it does, but it will. And he doesn't care. It's not like he's angry about it. It's just matter of fact. And the moon says, you know, you still don't know a lot. The moon is illusions, you know, but it is coming to some realizations and some closings. So it's important to realize that these are shifts that are huge. Pluto is also power, you know? Pluto is power. It rules power. Big power cycles ending. And that's a number 22 on that Pluto, and a 5 on the moon. 22 is master number of universal shift. And the 14, which makes a 5, is shift, change. Anytime you see 5s, it's extreme change coming. Red light, red light, red light. Extreme change coming. This isn't just some little thing. This is a major, big shift. Powerful, big shift. Let's also pull from the Dragon Oracle, which is part of the giveaway. What does the Dragon Oracle have to say? Fire Dragon. Burn up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. Determination and inspiration. The collective needs to really wrap themselves around that. Okay, this is the last fire we're going to get for a while. We got about a week of it left with Leo season. And finally, we're going to pull from the Light Star Creations deck. What do the Light Star Creations have to say? Light Star Creations, Magical Dimensions. Celestial assistance. Messages, guidance, and listening. Celestial assistance. On the bottom, we have emergence, creation, rebirth, the magician. That is a number 11, which is another master number. And a 5. Oh my word. You can't make it up. So that's 2 5s and 2 master numbers. So you got serious changes ahead. You are emerging. We are being assisted. Metatron's cube, that is a sacred geometry that you could utilize. Bring in your alchemy. Find your inner shaman. Realize that you can hold the energy yourself. You can mold the energy yourself. Do it. Believe it. And it will be so. And that'll be the end of the cards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do these runes, but I really want to clear them. So I'm going to use the D bowl. And it has a Lumerian wrapped with copper. I use a lot of copper in my work. I believe in it. My grandfather was like Nikola Tesla, and he used a lot of copper. So here we go. Calling upon the Norse god Odin. Calling upon Freya. Enoka mianurundishidu makarina. Enokali endumba shinumba karina ki. Anorunwa gakinu shadwakuna makari. Unaka shitamunake. Ekurumba karunda shitamunakai. Rambashate. Rambakashete monakashe nahai. Thank you. Greatest gratitude. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to reach in, and I've had these being activated with my Lemurian crystal. So if those on TikTok, I've just had it activated in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach in for the collective, and I'm going to pull 3. The 3 I pulled, we have, let me move some of these. And Zeus. This is the meaning of Odin. It's communication, signs, insight, and true vision. So we just called upon Odin, and out of all of the sacred divination tools of the runes, we received the Odin rune. He is present. We also received Manez, which is the man. It's the divine feminine. It's breakthroughs, enlightenment, and clarity. Breakthroughs of the divine masculine, enlightenment, and clarity. I do believe, thank you. I heard, remind them that the divine feminine has some problems, some issues this week, but the masculine is really rising. There's a rebirth of the masculine. Oh my goodness. And we have Aqua. This is ice. This means delays, standstills, stopping, and interaction. No action, inaction, inaction, although it might be interaction. So thank you. So interaction is inaction. This is stops, delays, inaction. Okay. This is the advice from the Norse gods, Odin. We are with you and we love you. Those of you that are stepping into your power, please take a pause and pull in on your ancestors. Pull in on the spirits of the land. Pull in on the inner earth keepers. And call upon the guides of Akana. Akana will be here with you. Akana, 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 Akana. So I just spiral tied the assistance of Akana, weaving it in the spiral, and then bringing it in to an energy ball. And then I'm just going to take that energy ball, and I'm going to find the smile in my heart. And I'm going to put that love out to the collective and let the ball go and have zero attachment to where it lands. This is what we need to do. Looks like I lost an earring through this session. I have no idea where that thing went. Wow, isn't that crazy? Okay, interesting. All right, guys, I love you very much. I'll be back here in about 20 minutes to do the fire sign read. So if you're a sun, moon, or rising sign, hang out, because I'll be doing those reads alive tonight because I'm going to try to get at least the fire signs and the air signs done all tonight. And then we'll work on water and earth signs tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Please be careful. Practice non-detachment to outcomes. It's just your best bet. Hi, Jennifer. I see you there. Thanks for double tapping the screen, guys. Thank you for being here on TikTok. Love you. Now remember, come back, like, subscribe, and comment on this replay video. And as a personal favor to me, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. I'm going to ask you to please lead with your heart. Okay? Let's lead with our heart. Let's say, what would our heart do in every situation? Because we have to be conscious of our consciousness through the heart. It's so important. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody must come back on the YouTube replay. That's how you get in for the over $200 value giveaway with Sandra McGillis. That giveaway will be given away next week. I love you. Oh, and just a friendly reminder, all of my information is below. I do not get paid for this. It is a work in progress to be monetized, but I'm very close. I have so many hours that I need to get. So please watch my videos. Please let them roll and let those hours roll. I have till the end of the year to meet a deadline. I would appreciate your help. Also, if this resonated, if you got anything out of this, there is a PayPal and a Venmo down below. Shoot me a cup of coffee. Just a little bit extra. It helps to pay for the postage for all of the giveaways that I do give away. So I love you. Thank you to Sandra McGillis for being our sponsor. I will see you soon. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. Remember, you are the God spark. Use it.